3. Uh-oh. And here's 4. My 4th egg. So 4 eggs is basically a cup of eggs. Just in case you were wondering how much egg do I need with the wrong consistency. So sometimes I will eyeball it and realize it's not what I'm looking for, and then I just make adjustments. It's not wrong, it just needs to be adjusted. You know, and if your cake isn't the right consistency, you're going to know pretty quick. It's not like it's going to elude you, you know. You're not like, oh, I thought everything was fine. There's my cup of milk. And again, I'm using buttermilk instead of milk. I do what I want. I'm a rebel. This is the same kind of cake as before, minus the lemon. So I don't need to I'm not going to super hard wash this whisk. It's just sitting here after 5 minutes ago. I'm just going to, there we go. Kind of poking through the egg yolks to try and make them broken. There we go. And I still need my butter. So there we go. Doop-de-doo. Come on, butter. I think last time I melted this a little bit quicker. Baking is a science. Baking is like, oh, dude, I just always wing. I don't have a recipe. I hate when people ask me for recipes because I feel like I'm letting them down. They're like, well, what's your recipe for this? I'm like, well, what you're going to do is you're going to put some flour in a bowl and some baking soda or powder, depending on if you're using buttermilk or not. And then you're just going to kind of like add a couple eggs or an egg. And then just add, your buttermilk until it's fluffy. Or milk. And if you don't have buttermilk, just milk and like a squeeze of lemon. And if you don't have this, that. And sometimes I put a pinch of sugar and people are like, so no actual recipe. I'm like, yeah, no actual recipe. I do, though, use proportions for baking. Like, I'm not following this recipe exactly, obviously. But I'm using the proportions, like this much fat to this much flour to this much sugar. That's kind of to this much leavener. Like flavorings and stuff, I kind of just do my own thing. And if it says oil, I always use butter. If it says 3 eggs, I always throw in a 4th egg. Should always be 4 eggs in a cake, as far as I'm concerned. All right, I could have used a bigger bowl for these projects, by the way, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. And there we go. All right. What makes a cake funfetti is that you add in the little sprinkles. I'm itchy. And so because the color kind of like bleeds out, I try to fold those in at the very last minute. Otherwise, they kind of make a muddy color and you get like weird gray cupcakes, which we definitely do not want. There will be no weird gray cupcakes here. All right, so this is well mixed. It is smooth. And I get rid of my whisk. And now I'm going to add in my funfettis. Here we go. I'm going to use the spatula for this. And before I do it again, I want to add those funfettis in at the last possible moment. And that is because I want to make sure that this doesn't get muddy looking. You love funfetti cake? Dude, I mean, how do you not love funfetti cake? It's freaking fun. Fetty. So I found the colors for the baby shower are lilac. And even though I have